Good evening, viewers. This is Dudarshan Meghalaya. We welcome you to today's news edition, and here are the top stories of the day. India targets space station called Bharat Antariksha Station by 2035. Indian astronaut to land on moon by 2040. Meghalaya demands inquiry into deaths of students hailing from the state in Karnataka due to food poisoning. Meghalaya government launches Watershed Yatra and Self-Help Group SHG Mela to promote sustainable agriculture and resource conservation. The news in detail. India has ambitious plans to establish its own space station named Bharat Antariksha Station by 2035, with an Indian astronaut expected to set foot on the moon by 2040. The announcement was made by Minister of State Dr. Jitendra Singh in the Lok Sabha today. The minister also revealed that the Chandrayaan-4 mission would be launched using 2 vehicles and contain 5 components. Dr. Singh clarified the reason for the Gaganyaan astronaut's secrecy, citing the need to avoid distractions. The Gaganyaan mission's test flight with a female robot is set for launch by the end of this year. The Meghalaya government has urged Karnataka to investigate the deaths of 2 students from the state due to food poisoning. Health Minister Ampreen Lingdo stressed the importance of ensuring that parents need to be aware of the credibility and management of educational institutions before sending their children to study outside the state. The state government has dispatched a team of officials to Karnataka to probe the incident. Lingdo further highlighted the need for better protocols to protect students from such situations in the future.
Know the extent of cases of this nature in the past, but we definitely know that there should be adequate awareness created to parents also as they prepare to send their children to unknown institutions. We have to educate firstly our own community.
Cabinet Minister and BJP legislator A.L. Heck has urged the central government to make a final decision on railways in Meghalaya based on the people's will. Heck suggested that railways should debut in Khasi Jantia Hills region if people want it, and if they are against, the project should be scrapped. He emphasized that the focus should be on the people's interest, not the political parties. Pressure groups in the region have opposed railways, fearing it would lead to influx. Meanwhile, Heck assured that the BJP's fact-finding team on coal would not be another smoke without fire. And the conclusions?
If the people want to have railway, the railway should come. If the people they don't want to have railway, it's just up to the choice of the people. You see, I'm telling you, this is the interest of the state of Meghalaya, not the party. We want to see for the benefit of the people of Meghalaya only.
Meghalaya Health Minister Ampreen Lingdo responded to the BJP's criticism of the University of Science and Technology Meghalaya, USTM, urging them not to jump to conclusions regarding its status. The controversy followed allegations of fake degrees, but Lingdo clarified that no final decision had been made on USTM's request for a loan. She defended the role of private medical colleges, noting that they offer opportunities for higher education. Lingdo emphasized that the government would act transparently once a decision is reached.
Do not presume a lot of information. Hundreds of institutions will give us requests. But we evaluate all of these requests in the right spirit, in the right manner. And yes, we will scrutiny everything. The conditions of what they're asking, the impact of whether or not what they're asking will be result-oriented.
The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, in collaboration with Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan, organized the Viksit Bharat Youth Parliament at Mairang Presbyterian Science College. The event, centered around the theme One Nation, One Election, brought together 150 students to discuss national issues. The top 10 students will move on to the state-level competition. The event aims to foster youth participation in public affairs and policy discussions. The Meghalaya government launched the Watershed Yatra and Self-Help Group SHG Mela to promote sustainable agriculture and resource conservation. Dr. Ampreen Lingdo inaugurated the event under PMKSY WDC 2.0, aiming to conserve soil and water resources. The initiative also supports rural entrepreneurs by providing a platform for SHGs to showcase their products. The program stresses the importance of long-term sustainability in farming while involving the community in watershed management.
Water and soil are the lifelines of agriculture, and their preservation is our responsibility. Meghalaya is known for its famous rainfall, but come February, March, we're all reeling under acute water shortage.
The Khasi Students' Union, also known as the KSU, visited the NIT Meghalaya Sora campus following student protests over inadequate facilities. The students had raised concerns about unhygienic food, lack of washrooms, and unsafe electrical connections. KSU found that many workers at the campus were non-local and discovered a ban on protests through an undertaking form. The union demanded improvements and promised to follow up on the issues. The director was unavailable during their visit, but the union intends to continue advocating for change.
Din bangla lek banjurap hi laki jong khmat hilap ba buan kikam la kalong kantin hakam security wat hakam security ru sangot kidi bomdei na kitrai time look na kaleng kasang hi sotu ba kanu no kakam kabala hido kasi kampel do di bhoi war ngam maram ngi skam ba kakam hi bala do kasi in abi ho kasi biya dei ba katuko undertaking kapau na kaleng director ula pha yaki bagin sign bakim bet bandan hakinu-ginu kisang halang kadai baru bikimla banyaki la kadon gunu-gunu jing e den kalian jungi kasang ni sasyam no shan ni bangi sabu no ya memorandum banyak kendu bo iau director ba unwang no sin sendan ya kini kajing penting khot tempan iki parado prasnam kasi jungi bapulih ni.
Residents of Ryang village in West Khasi Hills raised concerns about the Shri Shakambari Ferro Alloy factory, prompting a meeting with the Deputy Commissioner. The villagers accused the company of failing to meet its commitments related to holding regular health camps and irregular salary payments. The DC assured them of an official inquiry and promised to send a report to the concerned authorities for further inspection. The issue was escalated due to alleged indifference from the company's authorities.
Ai sau tay try jong factory rei simla pedang simla burom kapoi ro put jong kajing khang ro mdei tang kasin kaban kong ila khang la khambon sin ro rei ju pendam katai factory nang ni khmat apa kapli ro kan pli rengkat kitu ki kindon ke ba kadai banle.
The District Statistical Officer of Southwest Garo Hills organized a sensitization program to promote the strengthening of statistics system under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. The program emphasized data-driven decision-making, statistical data collection and utilization. Shri Sanang G. Momin welcomed the attendees, while B.G. Momin highlighted the role of accurate data in policy implementation. Dr. Jurasman Yaupnyao, the newly elected MDC of Nongstoin, vowed to fulfill his electoral promises with transparency and impartiality. In an exclusive interview, he expressed his commitment to serving the people and addressing local concerns. He acknowledged issues in the District Council office and promised to work on improving its condition. Yau Pniao also raised concerns about border harassment and land encroachment, particularly in Langpi, and pledged to resolve these issues with patience.
Keba nila yalap nila canvas ekspor election mengyai jengkut kumtaru yang scam akta kanorib keba upat bau penjab yang bau penjab yang bau itu itau yang macam dari penjab yang nomor ba utip ba badu kwa udah terang upat bau udah terang ban wanra ke jengkut hakani ke non-strike consensus.
The Village Defence Party VDP of Nong Trau has implemented measures to protect the Wat Ling Dor River in West Khasi Hills. Concerned about the destruction of aquatic life through illegal practices like drugs and explosives, the VDP placed warning signs along the riverbanks and in the riverbed. They are calling for neighbouring villages to join the conservation effort and emphasised sustainable fishing practices to protect biodiversity and ensure the river's long-term health.
Tagadau pengwan bu ya kene ban penek pensa ya giduum gidowa agaba giduum gidowa kinyo ban chongne dagaba kinum donsu kiba penjot tane ban bom pathar ban wi dawai ban chok khareu tane ban khangjar ban kar musari hakapor kabagi la ban kar.
The Federation of Khasi, Jantia and Garo People, FKJGP, raised concerns about fraudulent electricity practices in the Mulyang area. They accused MEPDCL staff of collecting money for unauthorized connections and demanded action on the issue. Additionally, the FKJGP requested proper safety measures such as fencing around transformers and called for electricity to be provided to villages lacking power. The executive engineer assured that the complaints would be addressed.
Connection. Bakilong kita pisah, nak kita gilongyeng, rehian bakini gilongyeng kita seo kita pisah, iklim syakhen haga office, tunggu itu kunong kamla. Kabel lak tunggu kam sokoi, bab haga ni kacing wan potno, yaki itu ki longyeng na kacing konek kini gilak, kini yeng ki basya le thok ne, kila syakherlang makiro.
And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Today's recording of minimum temperature was at 20 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 32 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 21%. Moving on to Shillong, 11.6 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature and 24.3 degrees Celsius maximum temperature were recorded today. The relative humidity is 59%. Meanwhile, in Jowai, minimum temperature recorded is 14 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in Jowai is 36%. And the forecast in Tura and Jowai indicate that dry weather is likely to occur at most places, whereas in Shillong, light to moderate rain is likely to occur at few places. This news bulletin, here's a short recap. India targets space station called Bharat Antarish Station by 2035. Indian astronaut to land on moon by 2040. Meghalaya demands inquiry into deaths of students hailing from the state in Karnataka due to food poisoning. Meghalaya government launches Watershed Yatra and self-help group SHG Mela to promote sustainable agriculture and resource conservation. And that's a wrap for today's news bulletin. Until we meet again tomorrow, thank you for watching. Good night.